Hello, welcome to Hope for Flint. I'm your host, Kristen Willisonovich. And as always, we don't disappoint here at Hope for Flint. We have Lev Hunter, finally. In the hot seat. You didn't have to come far.
No, just up a couple steps.
Manager of Foster Company here in the Ferris wheel, right? But you also own your own coffee company.
Yes, the Daily Brew Coffee.
The Daily Brew Coffee. Have you always loved coffee?
Yes, but not to the point that I love it now. Like, if I wasn't married, this would be who I walk down the aisle with.
Really?
Yeah, I would.
So I'm looking at your Foster cup. What did you drink from Foster's? What's your drink of choice?
So this drink today, right, is what I call the Espresso Sunrise. So it's orange juice with a little bit of sparkling water.
Yes.
And espresso.
Okay.
It's beautiful.
Brilliant.
It's refreshing too.
It's brilliant. You should have brought me a full cup, but you will next time because when you came in, you said I get the lifetime Foster.
Yeah, we're working that out. Now, how long do you plan on living? Okay, we'll talk about that later.
I feel like Keith Richards sometimes, and he might live forever, so that's debatable. So, born and raised, Flint City, baby. Where'd you go to high school?
Flint Northern. So you will see me now with my Flint Northern varsity jacket. I wear that religiously this winter. I love that. Yeah, because I want to bring that Flint pride. Yeah. Like, I want people to get, and I'm talking about the real old Flint, like the new Flint, and I love it, but I'm from the old Flint.
I'm from the old Flint, too.
Really?
Yes.
What high school?
Well, actually, I went to Fenton, but my whole family's from Flint.
Really?
My grandfather, all his siblings, 7 of them, all their first cousins, they're Irish Catholic, so they spread like wildfire. North Side. My parents went to Northwestern. I'm a product of Northwestern Wildcat love.
What?
My dad's a Flint Hall of Famer. My mom retired from CMH. My aunt retired from CMH. And I went to U of M Flint for my undergrad in communications. So, yeah.
Yeah, you're a real Flintstone.
I'm a Flintstone,
Has somebody told you that?
Yeah.
That you're a real Flintstone?
I am. I know I am.
But has someone told you that?
You're the first.
Well, that's all that matters.
But I feel like this... I'm going to call you LV because I like calling you LV, is going to be kind of an outlier interview. Because you also, if you viewers and listeners haven't noticed, you're smooth, man. So you have a history in broadcasting and communications and radio.
Yes. So I was at Club 93.7 for like 8 years. Also went to Lansing at the urban station there, Power 96.5. So.
How old were you?
Oh, man, I was in college when I started radio.
How fun was that?
It was really fun, and I thought I was going to have this ridiculously good career in radio, but it didn't pan out.
Why not?
Budget cuts.
Well, and people think, I love radio. I had my own show over Cumulus for 3 years in the Flint market, right? And I love it. But it's tough. It's a tough industry, man. You got to have some thick skin, too.
That, and you have to understand that... See, here's the thing people don't understand about radio is that you sit in a small room and you talk to yourself for 4 hours.
Right.
Unless you got a co-host.
Right.
Like, if you told somebody else that you had a job where you talk to yourself for 4 hours in a small room.
They would put you, they'd medicate you.
Yeah. And
or some at least a shot.
Some people need to be medicated too.
I agree with that, 100. So, okay. So... You realized, what was your undergrad in?
So undergrad communications with a minor in marketing.
Okay, look at you.
Yeah.
I feel like we're kindred, aren't we?
We are.
I had mass communications, minor in English, and then an MBA.
So, I didn't want to do education. If I could go back in time, I probably wouldn't go to college.
Really? That's so funny because you're looking at a lot of the millennials. Are you a millennial?
I'm 34. Does that count?
Yes, you are. Zach says yes.
Oh, man.
And whatever Zach says. So you're seeing the shift in that, you know. And I'll be candid, too. I have a 21-year-old, and she went the path, right? Because she was my first kid. And she was going to go the path. And she got a dual sports for softball, volleyball, DeMott. She did great. High school was great. My kid number 2, listen, she's not very academic. She marches to her own beat. And sometimes, I don't even know college isn't, she's going to go to college. We're going to see how that goes. But I don't know if it's in her future because she's so talented in other aspects that it's not like even my day. I mean, you went to college. There was no
That's all you have
ifs, ands, or buts.
Yeah.
Because with Gen X, I'm talking too much. I'm going to let you talk.
No, you're fine.
But with Gen X, though, because you look now, we have this fight between the boomers and the millennials.
Which shouldn't be a fight.
It
which
is.
I think is ridiculous.
But it is.
And the only people who's really fighting is the boomers.
They are. And I'll go on record and say they irritate me.
Yeah.
And as a Gen X, the boomers are our parents and you millennials are our kids. So we're in the middle and we've watched both generations.
You know
right?
how to use Facebook.
What's that?
That's how I categorize. Do you know how to use Facebook the right way or the wrong way?
Right.
So something I've been getting an influx about from the boomers. They send chain messages through Messenger on Facebook.
But sometimes are they hacked?
No.
Zach is saying yes. No, that's what they're saying. You know who I get one from all the time?
Hacked?
Mandrick. Oh, your mom sends them too. Karen Smith, my business partner. We're going to call her out.
My bad.
It's all good. Isn't that funny?
It is.
You know what I get too because of the show and people with me? My grandma. You sure are in a lot of pictures. And I said, Grandma, because I'm in your algorithms. I'm in your feed.
So is she the one who puts the photos on the wall? And we be like, that's just not how this works?
She does. They don't understand it.
Okay.
I think they don't understand it. And then my mom, all my mom posts are she shares recipes.
Yeah, my mom does that too. She's a recipe and she's like a political person.
My mom tweets at Donald Trump. She only got a Twitter to tweet bad things at him.
So I would give you $1 today if you give me 2 screenshots of your mother's tweets.
Okay.
I'm not going to use them.
I have to get it. I have to get them from the kids. The kids tell me, Mom, Nana just told Junior to shut up, Junior. And I said, oh, that's so nice. So I'll get screenshots. I'll make sure the kids
I'll give you
send
$1.
them.
I think I got it in my pocket.
No, just get me my Foster's Lifetime
So how long are you going to be here, though?
certificate. Forever.
We got to figure out how long this lifetime supply is going to be.
Zach's going to do the math.
Another 50
he's
years.
Technical. Yeah, at least 50.
How long do you want to live?
No.
Be honest.
I don't know. I think it's longevity.
Okay, so here's the setup I want to give you.
Oh, good.
Because I want to have some fun.
You're interviewing me.
Yeah, see, I used to do this, so it's easy for me to turn the table on you.
Okay.
So here's the table. You're able to put on your own clothes, bathe yourself, feed yourself.
Yeah.
And you can only drive during the day. How long do you want to live?
That's today.
Forever.
Yeah, probably indefinitely. I live a really happy, good life. I'm a happy person.
You are. That's how.
You know, most listeners and viewers know Dr. Bobby McCummellah.
Okay.
And shout out to B. Corder, who's one of your good friends.
Good friend.
You're part of that group. You're part of
a
that
little bit.
posse. I mean, you
From
grew
a
up with
distance.
them. And
Oh, yeah.
you support them and they support you.
I love them.
Matt, big love across the board. And he had his event, Toast,
Yes.
that was at Dr. Bobby McCumellah's garage that he houses all his vehicle collections. And I saw Bobby when I went in and I said, how are you? You know, good to see you. He's a good friend of the show and good friend of ours for some time. And he said, you know, I go to bed happy and I wake up happy. And I said, same.
Yeah.
It's a blessing.
Yes. Like, I don't have a bad day.
Yeah, I think, we're very similar in that regard.
I may have a bad moment, but I don't have a bad day.
100 agree with you right there.
Yeah.
So when you talk about New Flint, what's your thoughts on New Flint, especially because you just took this position with Foster, and what I say to you, I said they couldn't have picked a better person.
Yes, and I've been getting that, and I just want to, first and foremost, I want to say thank you for you having me on the show. We didn't do that at the beginning, so I want to make sure I get that in. And the second thing I want to share, this position, I love coffee, number one, right? So I love coffee.
Your passion for the product.
Right, and I could have gone any other place, but I would not have taken a position anywhere else with having my own business. But I believe in what Foster believes in. I really believe in community. Like I can leave and go live somewhere else, right? We all could, but there's something about Flint, and I tell people all the time. I've been saying this when I went to New York earlier this summer and talked about entrepreneurship in Flint. Flint has some of the most beautiful people.
Isn't it amazing?
Like you can't no, and I know that sounds really cheesy. I know that sounds really, just
cliche.
Like really does no. Think about it. You have a water crisis. You just came out of you're still in an economic issue.
Rebirth. Resurgence.
And people are still here.
Yeah. And they love it.
They don't want to leave, and they want to see it do well. Like you said, you went to this event for B Quarter, and B Quarter's been putting on these events. Like there's people in the city of Flint who want to see it turn around. And where else do you see that in America?
Well, and the other thing about that event too is it was so diverse.
Yes.
It was when you go into an event and
Flint.
you have the neighborhood, you have Civic Park, you have Northside, you have Phil Hagerman, you have Phil Schultz, you have Dr. Bobby. You have every race, color, religion in one room.
Yes.
That is Flint, baby.
And I believe that's the new Flint, because what I mean by the old Flint,
I
the old
agree
Flint
with that.
is not a good thing.
I agree with that.
Right?
Very polarized.
We have, and it's just not race. Like you said, it's religion. It's different creeds. And
it's
politics. That's
we'll do another show on that.
Part 2 coming.
LV.
So I'm just really excited about this new Flint to where we're actually coming together.
It's
right?
cool.
And that's one thing that I want to make sure happens with Foster Flint is that Foster Flint is for everybody.
Well, we're going to help you do that.
Thank you so much.
But I mean, I think that you have a great jump start, but I think you're only going to help leverage and, overflow that effort.
Because I believe that when the ride ties, all boats come high as well. I think I said that wrong, but y'all know what I mean.
Say it again.
When the tide rises,
yes,
everybody boats rise at the same time.
Right. You are of the mindset, and so are we, Zach, right?
Yeah,
everybody
community.
wins. Everybody wins. We want everybody to win.
And here's the biggest secret that nobody really talks about. There's enough for everybody. There's more than enough. Whether you're talking about money, whether you're talking about opportunity, whatever you want to do, there's more than enough. And then you also need to understand that you're more than enough, that you're enough.
We talk about that all the time. Once you take care of infinite 1, then you can take care of infinite 2, which is everything else. Once you have that understanding of what you're able to actually manifest, you're unstoppable.
Yeah, and I come from a faith-based background. Like really, that's my secret sauce. And I don't push it on anybody, but I just believe that, who you are on the inside is a direct reflection of who you are on the outside. So if you're not making money, there's something on the inside of you, and it's not a money problem.
Okay, go ahead. Keep talking.
Right. So you don't fix a money problem with more money. So if you have a leak faucet, why would you say, let's pour more water through this leaky faucet?
You fix it.
Right?
Yeah.
But you wouldn't pour more water through it.
Right.
So why would I give you more money if you got a money problem?
Okay.
So I got to fix what's on the inside. Why do you think you're not good enough to fix this problem?
Wow. We're going deep, Zach.
Yeah, I mean, we can definitely go as deep as you want to go, but that's just my core belief.
And that is so funny that you say that because... Like we talked offline, right? I love Dateline or 2020. That's like my go-to at night. But lately I've been listening to TED Talks. And I've been starting at the top with the most viewers and working my way down because I'm like, all right, what am I falling asleep to subconsciously? And like we said, it's murder and death. And usually the husband or wife do it, right? And then I'm like, why don't I fall asleep to like really positive, like good content?
Yes.
And then we talked about like, the one that's at the top right now is like 2006. And I'm like, okay, well, sometimes you shake your head a little bit, but the content is so evergreen.
Yes.
And then when I'm listening to all of this stuff, and it's very much empowerment, self-empowerment, right? It's about what you can do for yourself.
Sure.
And that's what I think is so huge because then it becomes this conflict is, I know I'm good enough, I'm this, does money define me?
Right.
Is it like I get out of bed, he gets out of bed and I can talk. And we sleep in separate beds. Let me make that clear for everyone. Sorry, Zach. I don't want to get cut.
Yeah.
But
please don't. Not today.
But we can't wait to get in here.
Yes.
We cannot wait to do our job. We live with light, love, and heaven. And like I think it shows within our aura and our being.
Yeah.
And then I come with some of my friends, my colleagues, my friends that I graduated high school with, and they'll pop up on my feed, and they look so aged. And, it could be genetics. Who knows? Lifestyle, it doesn't matter. Or it could be the stress of their job.
Right.
You know what I mean? And a lot of it is stress. And we refuse to live like that.
You don't have to, right? And this is just my belief. So as a man thinketh, so is he. So however you think about yourself, that's what you will become. Period. Like at the end of the day, what you put in yourself. Right. And a lot of people don't understand that. So for me, my success, whether that's in the community, whether it's with coffee, whatever it's with, it's because of what I put in myself.
That's right. Like even what you were drinking today.
Yes. Good coffee, orange juice. I'm trying to help somebody.
Right.
Get the refresher. Somebody needs some of that vitamin C in their life because you don't want to get sick during this time. And get a flu shot. Wash your hands.
You know what? Get a flu shot for
Please
sure.
Do. Wash your hands.
Our dear friend, Dr. Rudoni, who's head of emergency room medical director for McLaren, says
nice.
flu shot, flu shot,
yes.
flu shot.
And clean your phones. Okay, the phones are one of the most just disgusting things.
Zach agrees with that.
You agree with that? I'm trying to. People don't want to clean their phones. Please do. But at the end of the day, what you put in is what you're gonna get out.
That's right.
And
you are what you eat.
And then also not taking care of like unresolved issues.
I'm bad at that though.
And I want to piggyback because you said something right, and I want to take it. I want to do a paradigm shift with that and take it to the next level. So right now, self-help is one of the biggest markets right now. And that's cool. I'm all for it. But be careful that your self-help doesn't make you become selfish. Yes. So you got to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and, grind and don't sleep and do all these things. And we do it from a place of really promoting self, and we never touch and reach out to somebody else.
I think it's a huge disservice.
Yeah, so.
Well, and also humans are a creature of habit, right? Yes. So if you are like, okay, as of January 1, I'm hitting that gym, and then they put that timeline on it. Yeah. Okay, 5 a.m., boom, 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 boom. Next thing you know, they start on a Monday, and then they're 4 months in, and they're bitter, and they're angry, and they're hangry, and they're not happy, and it's because of that, rigid lifestyle. I agree, that disciplined, rigid lifestyle. You've got to have balance.
Man, one of the beautiful things that helped me change my marriage was that I woke up to love, not to be loved.
Oh my gosh. Who are you, LV?
I'm telling you.
I feel like we're going to be the new morning. We're going to be like the new morning.
Yeah, let's do it.
I see it. Another new show. Wake Up Flint with our Okay, we can't. We'll talk about this later.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't wake up to be loved. I wake up to love. Because
that's pretty powerful.
I mean, that's how I live. Yeah. And that's how I want people to come to Foster Flint and get some coffee so they can live this as well. But that was a plug. But.
Well, no, and we need to plug Foster's because I will tell you when I walk in, and I know when you walk in, Zach, but they're in the middle of making coffee. They're like, Kristen!
You're a celebrity.
Well, not that. That's not it. But they do it to everyone. Come on.
But you're a celebrity.
The
other people are not here. I would tell them too. Yeah.
But long story short, he's like, Kristen, I just saw you parallel park. He's like, I swear to God, I never seen anyone so good in my life. And I'm like, I know. I was so excited when I was parking because I'm like, I'm so perfect. And he's like, do you have a screen in front of you? I don't. But I will admit, I do have a beeper. So, but all I rely on is beep, 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 beep.
Yeah, you're good. I've seen it.
I'm an excellent parallel. I'm a terrible parking meter payer.
I got a ticket.
I think I have multiple tickets.
Ooh. Yeah, we're going to help you out.
It's going to be a warrant.
If we get a warrant, we're going to do a GoFundMe.
I call.
We're going to do a GoFundMe.
Listen, we got to do it before Sheriff McCall retires. We do have to go do a GoFundMe. Oh, yeah. We'll talk. We got a lot of plans, LV. So that's cool. So Foster's too, you know what I love? The turmeric ginger. Talk about putting good things into your body.
Yes,
the turmeric ginger tea, hot tea.
It's one of the, and I like it. I've had it before. I'm trying to taste everything on the menu. So I'm better to, give you a real recommendation. I try and give you the most expensive thing because I want to make a lot of money.
Right.
I do want to make a lot of money, but I think it's better for me to tell you something that's good. So one thing I love about Foster is that, a lot of the products that we buy and source are local. We try to stay off of Amazon.
Love.
This morning I went to the farmer's market to get some avocados and tomatoes.
Love.
I could have went to Whole Foods or on Amazon, but they source a lot of things local. Our syrups are made in-house. And I'm like, literally a lot of things that we do are local. And to me, like, it almost brought me to tears when I really looked at it. I'm like,
the process.
Yes.
Yes.
Like, you could easily go buy syrup for $9 locally, but we make it in-house.
That's one thing, and Zach, you probably noticed too, is even during whatever you order, like for me, I was never a coffee drinker. I only started drinking coffee in 2016. And because I kind of went on this diet, and it was black coffee and water. And I am addicted to black coffee. So even when I order a coffee, it's beautiful. Like, there's such, the way they create any drink is really made with love. Yes. And it's not just like, I'm thinking they're going to go to the Mr. Coffee like I do in the morning.
That's not good coffee. I'm sorry. Foster is delicious coffee every morning.
Foster. Yeah, it's
every morning.
What is the word? What's the terminology? I mean, because
we got our drip coffee is really good, but even our pour over coffee, but it's quality source coffee. It's specialty coffee.
But even the preparation is brilliant.
Yes. The pour over is amazing. Yes.
It's such a process, and I'm new to all of the coffee. The way it's prepared and the way, like you said, it's sourced. And who's very big into sourcing and food and where it comes from also are the Cladies.
Oh, yes.
They'll travel to Peru.
That's a good friend of mine.
Yeah, they're the real deal. So we've had them on the show, and their menu coordinator, Becca Townsend, also has been on the show. So she's talked a bit about the process and how important the food preparation and where it comes from, how it's sourced, even from...
And that is the what now?
Flint Crepe Company, and it's also Tenacity Brewing.
Yes.
And they're
Flint
also
Tacos.
Yes, Flint Tacos, and then also they're about to open a location in Detroit. They're doing their thing, man. It's pretty cool.
And this is the resurgence of Flint. Like, think about it. Before, like 15 years ago, there was none of this downtown Flint.
No.
15. Like, do you know, like, coming up, we're going to be in 2020? 2000 was 20 years ago.
Wow, I know, it's crazy.
Like, I remember partying.
1980 was 20 years ago for me.
Yeah, for you. That's beautiful. So you're young.
I look like Keith Richards.
You're 30.
I am
5.
29.
35. 35.
I'll be 29. Hashtag 29 forever is my motto.
Forever.
So,
but yeah, New Flint, I love it.
It's fun.
And I'm loving the diversity, and I'm loving how people are very welcome. And I've been extremely blessed and fortunate to have people in this community support me because they know I stand behind what I say.
Well, because you are the real deal.
And I just try to be honest. Like, I'll tell you if it's not good. I'll tell you that. I'm like, no, let's go this route.
You come from a very honest, authentic, good place.
It's from my mom.
Big props to your mom then.
Yeah. My mom's living. And I said this year, 2020, anytime I talk about family, I'm going to talk about my mom. Because I always talk about my dad. He's not living. And my grandmother, she's not living. But my mom is really the secret sauce.
Is she really?
She's the sweetest person you'll ever meet.
Yep.
The funniest person you'll probably ever meet. Because
Really?
she's the type that's funny, but she's serious. Like, she'll say it in the most serious tone, and you bust out laughing.
Really?
And she's also has the best tacos this side of heaven, and she loves to, like, serve people.
Isn't that great?
But
Isn't that fun?
Yeah, but she's really to herself, though.
Wow.
Which
you
is
wouldn't
weird.
think.
You see me, my siblings,
Right.
we're all outgoing.
What's your dad like, though? What
My
was your
dad
dad
passed
like?
away. So my dad committed suicide 2 weeks before my 10th birthday. That's part of
Wow.
my story. And my dad was very outgoing. He was an entrepreneur. Very successful entrepreneur, actually. A lot of the buildings and places here in the city of Flint, my dad and his siblings and his father put the floors in. Like
Wow.
the original floors that's in Howard Estates, we put those in.
Wow.
So a lot of flooring here in the city of Flint that you walk on. Yeah,
That's your footprint, literally, baby.
literally.
How cool is that, though?
Here's what's even uniquely cool. I'm going to give you a quick story.
Okay.
This happened just a couple months ago. So I have an office in the Oak Business Center down by Job Corps. So I have a little office there. Just didn't think of it. It was affordable. So I go there, and my aunt, my uncle's wife, would have been his sister-in-law. She said, "Hey, your dad was like angry at her husband for not helping him do the floor at the Oak Business Center." So the very floors where my office is at, my dad and my
I'm
uncle
going to
did the floors.
cry.
Never
I really
knew that.
am.
Never knew.
I'm going to cry.
Yeah.
It's all serendipitous, too, that and fortuitous that you have an office there, too.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. And then one thing that we always talk about, too, when you were 10 years old, so how old are you now?
34.
34. So roughly 24 years ago. And, I had a mom who was a therapist. So I was raised in the mental health field. And that's one thing about self-care we talk about all the time is taking care of the mental health side. There is no shame in that game. Let me tell you. And it is, we're seeing rampant numbers in kids suffering from anxiety, depression, suicide from 10 to 17.
Sure.
Staggering numbers. So that's why as a mom, and knowing anxiety, depression runs on both sides, being very cautious, very aware, very settled in how to handle these kids and help them actually handle stress, emotions, adversity, and coping, because we've lost that. Those kids have lost that.
Yes. Yeah. Coping skills, right? And here's a twofold, and I want to make sure I'm clear on this. If you need help, get it. Number one.
Yes.
Get the help. There's nothing wrong with it.
That's right.
Men, get help. It's okay to cry like a man.
Listen, I'm so glad you're here to say that
because
men are the least. I lost a family member a year ago, same thing, suicide. Probably 60s, a retired Lear executive had everything, everything, and did it outside so the house wouldn't get messed up, had the will and testament done, and then also called the ambulance so that his wife wouldn't find him. Very calculated. And a family of 4, big Flint family, and Flint family. They lived outside, grew up in Flint. And it was something where he didn't get help. He had temporarily, but then kind of, I think men think I can work through this, I can do it. And when it becomes overwhelming, you can't.
And you know what? You can work through it, but it's okay to get help to work through it. There's
2 types, right? Like there's therapy, go in, talk it through, know it's okay, know that we all go through it. No, it's not a stigma. That's what we work hard here at Hope for Flint and on our sister show, Kaiba Health and Life, that it's not a stigma. It's not your fault. It's treatable beyond. You can do it through therapy and you can do it with medication. And if you hybrid them both, it'll save your life.
Definitely. I mean, my dad was a manic depressant. I remember my dad went to prison. So when I was 5, he got out of prison. And I remember like getting to know Dad again. And he was very successful.
That was 5 years out.
Yeah. So when I was 5, Dad came home and I was just super excited. And he was like, he said, I'm sick. He said,
he acknowledged it.
Oh, yeah. He said, go in the bathroom and go give me my medicine. I said, Dad, you're not sick. I don't see you. Think about it. I'm 5. I said, you're not coughing.
Yeah, you didn't understand.
And he said, if I don't take this medicine, I'll be like this.
You know, but he acknowledged it and owned it.
Yeah.
Back then they didn't, though.
Yeah, well, I think my mom probably forced him to.
Well, women do that, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I said my
Wives
mom's a
do.
superhero. Like, she's amazing. She's just like my grandmother.
Wow. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry for your loss.
No. It was a blessing in disguise.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll leave it at that. We'll leave it there.
Yeah.
So, well, you know, this is only the beginning. I feel like you're going to be my co-host sometimes.
You should have me on.
I love this. You are absolutely amazing. And like I said, Foster is so beyond, they're no dummies, Zach. They knew who to pick, didn't they?
Man, I'm so thankful.
They picked a big leader in the community, someone who's so passionate about the community, passionate about coffee, passionate about the product.
Yes.
Passionate about the people. And it's only the beginning. Is there some exciting things you can talk to us about, or is there?
Yes. So we're going to actually start. So one thing that I want to do is use the platform of Foster to really foster community. Not saying that they're not, but I really want to have some events here.
Perfect.
That really invites all of Flint.
Okay.
Because Foster is for everybody. And I want this to be a place where it's your third home, but it's also a good place to just hang out and have some. So we're going to do some things. I can't really announce those things now, but I will say this.
Yes.
I will say this. I just want to say thank you to you.
Aww.
Thank you. And to all that you guys do to really showcase the beauty of what's going on in Flint. Like, we need 10 of you.
Oh, LV, we love you too.
No, I'm serious. And I'm not just saying this because the camera's on. And I'll say this regardless. Like, we need more people like yourself.
Well, guess what? We are growing leaps and bounds and exponentially. Yeah. So thank you. It's an honest to gosh, we are. It's truly our privilege, isn't it? It's our honor and privilege. And the people we get to meet and the people that do the outreach to us, our jaws drop, and we thank, everyone every day, and very spiritual too. Yeah. And it is a massive blessing. So thank you.
No, thank you.
LV Hunter, manager of Foster Company here in Ferris Wheel. Come and check it out. Check them out online. And this man is absolutely incredible. And it's only the beginning. So sir, Mr. Hunter, definitely are Hope for Flint.
Thank you.